Thank you guys again for coming back to my channel. I want to ask you a question. If I ask you, can you remember what happened to you or whatever happened to you in 2020? Can you remember date, time? Can you put those things together? If you can't remember the events that happened to you in 2020, I'm not talking about the pandemic, just anything that happened to you in 2020. That's the reason why this video exists. Let's get into it. You see, I've been journaling for a long time and it has helped me. And I believe that whoever is watching should start journaling in 2022. It's something that will change your life. And if you don't believe me, you don't have to journal every day. I do this every day. For me, it's different because it has become a habit I've built over time. But you could start with 3 days. Over time, you build that up, and you see where that takes you. First, I was using this journal. It's a 5-minute journal. You know. And before I show you the journal, I want to tell you something. The benefit of journaling. 1. Journaling helps you in improving the way you write. Because most times, when you leave school, you don't write anymore. Everything is on your phone. It's fine. But journaling helps you also to improve that. What does journaling do again? Journaling helps you with reflection. You see, most of us, our life has become so busy, we don't reflect again, we don't sit down and meditate at the end of the day. I think I'm going to do a video about our self-reflection, you know. It's very important in anything you do. But when you journaling, one of the most important things in journaling, when you journaling, make sure the place is quiet. Because journaling is a time for you to sit down and reflect. It's time for you to get your pen, take out your social media out, and you just journal. Write down key things that happened that day. See, over the years, when I was journaling, I was using a kind of mass production kind of journaling, and I will show you one of them. It's a 5-minute journal. If you look at that, the 5-minute journal, that's what it's called. Something is about $29 in Amazon. It has like what you're grateful for, what will make your day great, daily affirmations, and at the end of the day, you come back and write down 3 things that made your day amazing. So the journal has 2 sections, and one section is for you to write down what you're grateful for and what will make your day great, and you come back and write the rest. And one of the things I like about this journal is it has a question it asks. He said, how could I have made today better? You know, and it's just one of the things. That's one of the things I like about this journal. That's one thing. I think it's about $29. I might be wrong, but it's been a long time I bought that. But for someone that have a lot that happen during the day, everyone do this differently. For me, lots of things, I write down lots of things that happen, especially if it's significant, you know. So I moved from that to the productivity planner, which is similar, but it's different. So the productivity planner, as you can see, is still a journal, similar thing but different. It's just you have one key task, the most important task of the day. So you just have one key task you're gonna write down, and you have a secondary task, and you have like the additional task. Then at the end of the day, you come back and just write little notes. Again, I think this is about $39. This sometimes lasts me about, let me see. Give and take, maybe 4 months, 4 or 5 months. But this productivity planner is not enough for my journaling. I'm sorry to say that, but why? Why do I say so? There is not enough space for me to write about my day. There's not enough space for me to reflect. So what did I do? Instead of wasting the $39 on this, I took it to the next step. I just went for a normal, binder kind of journal. So that's what I went for, right? And this has been amazing. It has changed the way I journal. I create my own style, and it's just one of the things I do when I journal is I write down my top priorities. I call them top priorities. I call them agenda sometimes. Top agenda. I write down about 6 agendas for the day, right? And those 6 agendas, maybe sometimes 8. So when I write down those 6, I come back after the day and I look at how many of those 6, how many 6 or 7, 8 I completed out of those tasks that I wrote down. Then I write down a reflection. In that reflection, I have a place, I call it the highlight of my day. I write the highlight of my day. And one of the key things, why this is really important, I forgot to add something. Before you write down the top tasks you want to do for the day, that's something you should do. At the beginning of the week, which is Sunday, you should write down everything you want to achieve that week, all the top tasks. So just write them down, the top tasks, all the tasks you want to achieve for the week. You write them down. From if it's about 20 tasks, write them down. So every week, from Monday to Sunday, you are looking at that main task and you're picking from that task, and that's what you're using to fill out your tasks from Monday to Sunday. So every time you complete a task, what you do is you go back. I have this pen. So I use this pen. It's colored. You can get them the Sharpie. And I have this. I love the liquid pen. If you guys, it's very nice. So what I use these 2 colored markers to do is Sharpies to do is I mark the tasks that have been completed so far. And when I mark them, then the ones that have not been completed, I'm filling them out as we go. So what happens is, during every day, any task you don't complete, you mark it as X. And the importance of using one of these highlighters is, there's some key parts of your day that was really, really important to you. There's some things that happen that are really key. So because this is not a digital journaling, you have to use this highlighter to highlight those places. And that's why highlighters are really important in everything handwritten. So these highlighters, it stand out. So if you want to go back tomorrow to go look back in that journal, you could still pick out those key things. So sometimes at the end of the year, I go back and go look at the journals I've put together, and I could pick some key places. So don't highlight everything, but if it's something that happened, maybe that day you probably won a lottery, you highlight it. It's key, and that's one of the reasons that using a different journal that's not mass produced has helped me improve my journaling. I spend more time in my journaling sections, and that's why in 2022, journaling this way should be the best way for you. Should be what everyone should do. And I think for me, it's something I never go to bed without doing that. I end my day with that. And this one thing you should know: when you are done writing the reflection and everything that happened that day, what you should do is you should also write down the tasks you're going to complete the next day. Don't do it in the morning, you do it the night before. So that's how you should do it. But again, at the end of the day, this is my way of doing things, and you do what makes you happy. You do what makes you sleep at night. But remember, journaling is another way of self-meditating. It's another way of reflecting. Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you again. Subscribe. Share your comment. Share your style of journaling. I will appreciate to hear that.